So, I would like to regale a small story of relationship betrayal. Nothing super dramatic, but just really, really annoying when it comes to the whole trust thing. So, this happened about 11, 12 years ago, and I was living in the Pacific Northwest. And my work shift had just ended, and I was looking forward to nothing more in the entire world than just going home, smoking a bowl, and passing out. I was exhausted, but I saw that I had like a couple texts and a missed call from my girlfriend. So I got out of work, gave her a call, and she was considering going to a bar near to my house so that we could hang out and then she could come over to my place afterwards. And I'm like, hey, that sounds lovely, but I am flipping exhausted. Like, if you want to, you can just come over to my place and we can hang out. And she's like, oh, but like, I really, really want to go out. It's just like, it'll just be a drink or two, and it'll just be me and you, and I miss you, and all this stuff. So I'm like, ugh, all right, fine, fine. Like, I will go there. We will have a drink or two, just me and you, and then we can head back to my place. And she's like, cool. So then I head over to the bar, and it's one of those places that like was very trendy in the early 2010s, I guess, where it was like a kind of like it was almost like a house that had been repurposed into a bar. So I believe it had two stories and like a yard with a lot of open seating and like lawn furniture and some fire pits and stuff. It was a proper social bar. And I get there and I'm looking around and I finally see her. So I'm like, cool. And I'm gonna walk through like, a little group of people. So I finally go and find her. And she's like, hey, there you are. Everybody, this is my boyfriend. And I turn around, and there's a group of about 5 to 7 people who are looking directly at me. And I'm like, this is exactly what I didn't want to do. But before I can really voice, I mean, literally before I can voice much of anything, her friends start introducing themselves. And then my girlfriend's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go inside to get you a drink. So then I'm like, well, at least I'm getting free drinks out of this. So, like, it could be way worse. And then one of the guys that was there, he was smoking. So he smoked me out. And, like, that moment where you're sitting down with a drink and smoking after work, things just become a lot better. So I went from being like absolutely livid at my ex to like, well, this is a little bit unfortunate, but at least I'm having a good time. It's, I'm not sure if like the place was closing or if we just wanted, no, someone wanted food. Someone wanted pizza. And there was a pizza place that served by the slice like 3 blocks away. So my ex is like, hey, if you come over here, I'll buy you another drink, buy you some pizza, and then we can leave. And I'm like, fine, fine, you win. Like, let's go get the pizza and let's go. So we go over there, get some pizza, we're hanging out. A couple of her friends are shooting some pool or something like that, or darts, some activity like that. And we're like hanging out, and I'm looking about the bar, and everyone is pretty much like either paired up or in like a small social circle, except for this one guy who's just at the bar by himself. And I'm like, well, that's a sad looking bastard. Like, and my ex is like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him and invite him over to, like, join us and stuff. And she's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, why not? Dude's at a bar by himself looking all sad and shit. Like, let's just go over there and, make his night less sad. So I go over, introduce myself. He was from Australia, had just moved to the US, quite literally didn't know anyone. So I'm like, well, screw it. Come over here and hang out with us. So he comes over, hangs out with us for like, I don't know, a good 15, 20 minutes. And then my ex pulls me to the side and she's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, the new guy, the Australian guy? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I think he's gay. I'm like, so? She's like, well, what if he's into you or something? And I'm like, it's not a, what? That's not a problem. Like, he can, I don't know, he can be attracted to me all he wants to. It's really not that big a deal, right? Like, people are attracted to people. Like, as long as he doesn't do anything or try anything weird to me, I don't really care how he feels. He just seems like a cool, nice guy who probably needed some friends and some friendly company. She eventually drops the subject, and then we go on with the rest of the night, which lasted a bit longer because, it's never just one or two drinks. It was like four or five. But it got to last call, and my girlfriend, her friend, and the Australian guy were all like, we don't want to necessarily stop. Like, we're having a good night. Like, oh, you, as in me, my girlfriend says to me, you live nearby. Let's just go to your place. And I'm like, fine. So we walk over to my apartment and we get there and, we're drunk and all that good stuff. So we start like a little dance party thingy thing or whatever. Pretty innocent, I would think. And I have to go to the bathroom after a little bit. So I leave to go to the bathroom and I come back and like the Australian guy is just gone. And like my two, not my two, but the my girlfriend and her friend are kind of like having a heated discussion about something. And I'm like, oh, okay. So like I guess that dude had to leave, but like, why are you two kind of up at arms about something? And her friend is like, when you left, she kind of like berated him, like essentially accusing him of trying to sleep with you. And while he did admit that he was gay, he was like, I also recognize that that's your boyfriend and I'm not going to try to do anything with him. But she was not having it. And so she forced him to leave from my place, which I like really kind of, I did take that offensively because I'm like, one, this isn't your house. And two, like, that's just rude. Like, he legitimately said that he had no intention of trying to do anything with me. And we were hanging out. Like, I feel like that should have been a conversation that you should have waited to have when I was there. And the fact that you waited until I was gone specifically just to do that was like, it was just like rude and obnoxious to me. But I couldn't really do anything about it. And I also had two women in my bedroom. So, like, I was like, well, sometimes when life gives you lemons, right? Except for like they just ended up cuddling and taking up almost the entirety of my bed. And I had like a tiny little sliver to myself that I had to use for the rest of the night. So, yeah, like, I guess, long story short, someone breaks your trust, just leave them. Why not?